Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making this very special Christmas fruit cake. Okay, let me show you how it was made. So here I have walnuts, I have cherries, I have almond, coconut flakes, I have raisins, lemon slices, lemon zest, and then I have the other ingredients that I'll need. I'll mention them as we progress in the video. Okay, so yeah, that's all we're going to need. All right, so all the ingredients and measurements are in the description box below, so you can check that out. Okay, so here you can either decide to do this with your mixer or with your whisk. Okay, but for fruit cakes you don't really need to cream it as much as you would cream other types of cakes. Okay, that's why I'm using my whisk. Okay, so but you can decide to do it in your mixer, it's still perfect. All right, so I did this for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes you just scrape down the size of your bowl, and the first thing I'm going to add is my lemon zest. Okay, so that's the back of my lemon, and this is the part of the grater that I used to achieve this. All right, so your clean lemon, and then you add that. It gives your fruit cake a very lovely and nice flavor. Okay, so you whisk that together. In total you need to whisk this for between 10 to 15 minutes, and then it's ready. All right, next I'm going to add my eggs one at a time. Okay, I'm going to add my eggs one at a time, and this cake is 250 grams. Yeah, so 250 grams of cake. So I'm using 5 eggs for this. I'm using 5 eggs. So you add 1 egg, you mix together, you add another egg, and just continue like that until you exhaust all the eggs. Okay, so this is not your regular kind of everyday cake. This is rich fruit cake. Okay, we really just do this for Christmas because all those toppings are going to serve as the decorations on the cake. These cakes, we don't with this type of cake, we don't really decorate it with icing. Okay, so you just want to have all these toppings. That's the reason for the toppings, and you honestly don't need to have every single one of them. Okay, you don't have to have all those toppings before you can make your beautiful rich Christmas fruit cake. So you get what you need, just as much as you can get. Okay, so I'm adding the eggs one at a time, and I'm just mixing together, and that's the last one. So this is golden syrup. Okay, this is golden syrup. I'm adding 1 tablespoon of golden syrup to this mixture. And this is my browning. I'm adding half tablespoon of browning. Okay, don't worry about me not using measuring spoons. You can measure when you're making yours. All right, I've been doing this for a while, so I can tell when it's 1 spoon or half spoon. All right, so this is my lemon, my mixed fruit flavor. Okay, I'm just adding half a teaspoon of mixed fruit flavor because this flavor is very concentrated. Okay, so and then I'm adding mixed spice. Okay, I'm adding mixed spice, and I'm going to add it into my flour. So that's 1 teaspoon of mixed spice, and that's half tablespoon of baking powder as well. So I'm mixing it into the flour before I add it into my mixture. Okay, so this is lemon juice. So that lemon that I use, I also brought out the juice from it. Just squeeze out the lemon juice. Okay, So now, like I said, this is not your regular kind of cake. That's why this one has a lot more ingredients, okay? And every step is vital. Like all these ingredients, they add to the richness of the cake. Okay, so when you get your lemon, you need both the lemon slices, you need the lemon juice, and you need the lemon zest. And all of this you can get from one lemon or two. Okay, so yeah, that lemon juice I added is just half tablespoon of lemon juice, half tablespoon of lemon juice. All right, so I've added my flour. I added it in two batches, and after you add it, you don't need to mix too fast anymore. You just mix gradually, the way you're seeing me do here. You don't want to beat too hard. Okay, so now I'm adding my fruit, my raisins. Okay, and this has been soaked in alcohol. This has been in alcohol for about a month. I usually soak them in advance. Okay, but you can soak for 1 month, 2 months, you can soak for 1 week, 2 days, overnight. Okay, but when you soak for longer, the juice becomes very rich and full of flavor. Okay, so I just use alcohol. The one I used in this video is Castillo alcohol. Okay, that's what I use to soak my fruit. So you can just pour your fruit into a bowl with a lid, and then you pour your alcohol in it. You can add cinnamon to it, you can add your mixed fruit flavor, or you can decide to add nothing else, just the alcohol and the fruit. Okay, so that's what I did here. I soaked my fruit. It's been in my bowl for over a month. Okay, and what you get, the result you get is that the liquid becomes very thick and very sweet. Just very, it adds a lot of beautiful flavor to your cake. All right, so yeah, our batter is ready, and I'm going to go ahead to grease my baking dish. You can do this in your normal cake pan. It doesn't, yeah, you don't have to do it in a baking dish. You can use your normal baking pan, grease it properly with margarine and flour, and then dust it with flour. I'm just using oil here because this is a baking dish. Okay, all right, so I'm going to decorate this with the toppings that I have. So you just watch what I'll do. Okay, so you get it as leveled as possible. Okay, so look at this fruit mix that I got. So this one has walnut, raisins, cranberries, walnuts. All right, so you don't have to go source for them differently. You have one pack that has all the nuts that you need. All right, so I'm adding more of the raisins, which is the star of the show. Okay, so you spread it around as much as you can, and then I have um, these green cherries. You can find this in any baking store, baking shop. It's always available, especially the red ones. Then around this Christmas period, you have, you can find the green ones as well. So I'm just spreading it around. Remember, this is the only decoration this cake is going to have. So you have to decorate as beautifully as you can. Okay, so make it as nice as possible. So this is coconut uh chips or coconut flakes, just dried coconut. You can either make this yourself, or you buy the store-bought ones. You can use the store-bought ones, I mean. Okay, so now I have my lemon slices. Okay, so I remove the seeds from them and then I'm placing it there. Now you can also use the dried ones, but here I just use the fresh ones. Okay, I love lemons. So now I have my walnuts. Like I said, you don't have to add all these things. I just happen to have them all in one pack. Okay, all in that pack, so I'm just using them. So I have almonds as well. So I'm just spreading the almonds round as well. Okay, so like I said, this is the only decoration that this cake is going to have. So you might want to keep some of the toppings aside in case some of them sink into the cake. Some of them are bound to sink into the cake, so you can keep some apart that you can use to decorate also after the cake bakes. And this is our beautiful Christmas fruit cake. Look at how lovely and beautiful that is. Okay, so thank you so much guys for watching. Please like, comment and share. Thank you.